Hello everyone, Endorse here, back with another video for Hoi4. Today we'll be looking at Chile. Gotten the most requests to do Mapuche Chile and communist Chile, so I'll do both. Iron Man, historical focuses, let's go. Now, since the launch of Trial of Allegiance, Chile has seen some revisions by paradox, and especially the Mapuche path has become significantly harder. So what I'll do is, I'll do a brief guide on flipping communist and getting Argentina and Brazil, and use that guide as a stepping stone into the Mapuche tree. So today we'll be turning communist. It's worthy of a guide on its own, because what to do to turn communist? There's not really a communist path, isn't there? Is there? Oh yeah, future of Chile. Which means you have to go through increased presidential powers and juggle around with some decisions and focuses to actually flip communist. Sad to say, there's no real rush towards victory path here. You just need to get big and strong, stronger than your neighbors, and conquer them. A few things to look out for in this focus tree here. We have 2 research slots and we can't get another one fast. Where are the 2 research slots? One of them is here in the industry/tech tree, and it's locked behind devalue the peso. You can see here gains devaluing the peso for 365 days. And to continue towards the research slot, you do not want to have the spirit devaluing the peso. So in between our political shenanigans, we will head into devalue the peso to get that year ticking. That's one research slot. The other one is simply over here, in between the political shenanigans before you reach increased presidential powers. We'll see if we can get that one as fast as possible, because 2 research slots just isn't good enough. Some other stuff to look out for in the military naval branch. This is the same for the other South American countries, are the Ejército Chile, Fuerza Aérea de Chile, and Armada de Chile. All of these give ticking experience daily, which is really good. And then there's foreign advisors and naval advisors here, which will give you permanent buffs to your army. You can't get there too fast, otherwise you'll get delays elsewhere, but those are for mid-game to late game really powerful improvements to your army. First, we'll need to stabilize our country and head towards communism, so we'll start with Endorse, the Constitution of 1925. After that one, we'll do policies of Arturo, inflation control, suppress the nacistas, estadio nacional, and then we will have to do some decisions, so we'll head into the public works to get towards that devalue the peso. I'll leave a list of the focus sequence in the description of the video. Techs, we are going for a slow build up, so we'll do the basics, tools and electronics. We'll be getting 4 research slots eventually, not going into Air Force just yet. I'll try to keep up with infantry equipment and artillery and engineers and Marines. I like to use Marines as Chile because I can improve them so much. How can I improve them? Let's select the Navy and just permanently exercise these guys. For some reason, we're getting enough oil. Starting with 2 infrastructure improvements here in these resource-rich territories, and after that we'll head into military factories. In terms of dockyards, we'll just build convoys and we'll build guns for now. Later on, I'll need artillery, support equipment, trucks, and trains. The wish list is eternal. Let's take these troops. Let's just delete everyone except 1 division and exercise that 1 division. 1 division trick isn't what it used to be, but it's still better than just exercising under-equipped troops. 5 speed, let's go. Movimiento Nacional Socialista ramp up activities. The Brown Party is coming up. You have a nacista coup attempt and nacistas gathering support. Now there's a lot of decision juggling to go around in Chile. Once again, I'll leave a list in the description of the video. What will happen is that we'll pretty much ignore the nacistas. We'll take a focus and whatever. But we need to do decisions to flip communists peacefully. Policies of Arturo. If you're sticking with Alessandri, you can get the face licker here, his dog. Apparently that was a thing. Minus political power, recruitable population. I really don't need this right now. Sorry. There's a ton of advisors here. And we have enough political power to actually pick one. And we'll start with this guy, Gabriela Mistral, popular Latinian poet with political power gain 15%. And we'll do inflation control. You must control the inflation. Out of fuel, stop the exercises, gather some more fuel, and repeat. And we'll do suppress the nacistas. 100 PP. Look at our stability here. Improved worker conditions. We'll construct the Estadio Nacional. Over 75%. And we'll do the anti-fascist coalition. We're done with the political tree for now. We'll do the public works project. You could also do dissolve Covenza, but we're going communist, so I like to stick to the role playing and do public works. Public works done. We'll do contract EFE and then devalue the peso. We're also facing growing Nacista influence in the universities, so we'll do spread anti-fascist thought throughout the universities. And devalue the peso. Devalue the peso is done. We'll do a few more on this side here, and then we'll go back to the communist tree. We'll impose new taxes. 35 naval XP, and we'll get naval reform. And with 100 PP, we'll criticize liberal complacency. And we'll do construct new hydroelectric stations. This modifies the Mapuche conflict, but it'll be alright. You might want to get professional officer corps, but I'll flip communist pretty soon, and I think I'll go for the extra manpower then. Criticize liberal complacency opened up the motion of no confidence against Alessandri. We'll do that momentarily. We now are not going to take a focus until we can bypass the election. Here we are, the winds of change. You can pick one of these guys. However, if you choose Pedro here, you'll see at the bottom here, you will not be able to become communist through the focus increase presidential powers, whereas with Elias here, you can. So we're picking Elias, we'll complete the election focus, and we can immediately establish Corfo. We also need to select a new commander-in-chief for the army. Who are these guys? God's name, who are these guys? There are a few of your generals here, and you'll just promote one of these to field marshal. So my advice would be to pick one you were already going to promote anyway. Now this guy is of course a brilliant option, but he's not nominated. So I'm just going to go for Carlos Fuentes Rabe here. This Nacista coup is still ticking here, just ignore it, it'll go away. Corfo established, low-cost housing up next. Low-cost housing. Remember that research slot? Here it is. Strengthen the Instituto Nacional. Get it. Also get a Navy chief. Yeah, we're aiming for a mobilization law, of course, but trust me, I've done the math. Now we can go for partial mobilization. War economy is a bit far off because we have low war support. Here's our research slot, and now we can do increase presidential powers. Research slot. Let's improve our synthetic oil a bit. And let's build more military factories. We certainly don't have enough. Increase presidential powers, and we have flipped communist. We have a beautiful flag here, and we can do a lot of these focuses. Now what are we exactly looking for here? Over here is the Union of Chilean of Hispanic Republics. And here you can see that 70 states in South America become your core. This is the ultimate goal, but there's a few other good things over here as well. We'll start with development inwards, and after that we'll do the future of Chile, which gets us the Santiago Conference. And now we'll head into the military tab and get ideological loyalty with the Karl Marx portrait. And USA embargoes us. We don't care. We can get a cheap army boss here, 50 political power. We'll also do interwar tank and medium tanks and engineer company 2 for the medium flame tanks. And we need to actually research the Marines. So much to do, so much to do. We'll also go to limited conscription. And it's slowly getting about time to start building up an army. All of these militia-like things, I'm not going to do anything with them. I'm just going to disband them. The cavalry template is a bit beefy, and the infantry template is also a bit big. We'll make a very small template. A tiny template. And we'll train 47 of these. Why 47? Because we have a ginormous border with Argentina. Our first target. Let's get more improved working conditions. Alright, we have 2 armies. One is pretty crappy, and so is the other. From below Santiago, all the way down to the southern tip, we'll put army number 2. And the army number 1 goes from Santiago up north. We'll take the tiny template, duplicate them, and just call them light infantry, so you'll know what I mean. Give them another icon and make them 6 width. These will be our line holders. Defense, so we can attack somewhere else. Our second army will be the light infantry. The first army, the red one here, will take the División de Infantería, take off 3 infantry. This will be our main infantry template from now on, and we'll convert all of these guys. We don't have the manpower, but we'll get there. The Santiago Conference. We can elect a new leader. Let's have a look at what we have here. Elias here is the one we have right now. He gives political power and stability, which is good, you know, but they're just base values. You pick Marmaduke, which is an awesome name. Elias will leave the Communist Party, and we can become an Easter Island socialist with political power gain and communist support. And apparently there is a good advisor behind this with non-core manpower, monthly population, max factories in the state. Solid choice. Carlos here will give you staunch Stalinist, factory output and ideology drift defense, but I'm not going Stalinist. And we have Manuel Hidalgo Plaza with volunteers and devoted Trotskyist. We don't want him either. We're going with Marmaduke Grove Vallejo. Where's your portrait? No, he's pretty much similar to the old guy, but still. Also, we have solved the devalue the peso thing, so we'll go for the research slot here. We've got a ton of advisors right now, and there's just so many good ones. They're all available, by the way, too. A lot of communism support, some recruitable population factors, political power gain and stability. This is a nice one. Monthly population, and consumer goods and factory output. My advice would be to take these two, the political power gain and the socialist economist. But you do you. 1.92 political power per day. Now this is looking like something. Research slot is coming up, and we'll do a claimed state justification on Tierra del Fuego. 74% manpower. We're slowly getting there. For the army, we have loads of guys here, but we have no infantry specialist, which means I will want to train one. So for picking our main general on the Red Army, I'm going for one that doesn't have a role already, so I can give him one later. Alfredo here would be a good choice. He has nothing. But Oscar here is a hill fighter, who will give me some advantages in these terrible terrains. So I'll go with Oscar Fuentes Pantoja. And as our field marshal, we'll just pick the guy I promoted earlier on. Still lacking manpower, so I'm juggling around a bit. That light infantry is going to get even lighter, and hopefully that'll fill up my regular divisions. Also going to make the light infantry reserve template and my marines elite template. Let's get these guys some pioneers and support artillery and possibly 2 more marines. See how many I can convert now. Well, not that many. Just 4. Well, it'll be something for the Brazilian invasion then. Here's the 4th research slot. Now, for the final step of this plan, we'll do support the international revolution. Also get that production guy, the socialist economist Juan Bautista Rossetti. The great Chilean earthquake. We need to help the people, of course. This 12 with infantry also needs engineers and support artillery. Do we have that much? Almost. So we're almost here. Told you before, I'm aiming for all those cores, but as you can see, we need to own all those states before we can actually core them. We'll nationalize foreign industries, get some more industry going. Here we go. These guys, just hold the line. These guys will have to make the advance, and as you can see, Argentina does not have enough troops to actually man this border. They should have learned from me and taken more trash troops. First goal is to cut off the southern part here by advancing in here. And this is best done with manual orders. Just encircle and destroy. We have way more troops than they do. Let's do war propaganda. Got a few encirclements going, just finish those off before moving on to the next. I love it when a plan comes together. My deficits are atrocious though. We're slowly closing in here on Buenos Aires. Also go to service by requirement. Finally, here we are. This was a tough fight, and the reward is that we will puppet Argentina with resource rights and war reparations and taking their navy. We'll core it eventually, but that's a long way from now. So now we just got a really good puppet. We'll start immediately with building more and more military factories inside that puppet to lower their autonomy. They are now a regular puppet and we need them integrated. And we'll head towards Brazil next. I'm doing all these kinds of army buffs here. A lot of them just give flat out bonuses to your army. Division organization here, core infantry, core defense there. More. Justification for Brazil is ready. The troops are almost ready. Let's see. This looks tough. Let's do it. Let's do more war propaganda because we can always use it. This is the goal here. Curitiba. And we'll call in Argentina, of course. Supply hub looks pretty guarded. Doesn't matter, we want it, we'll get it. The encirclement of the deep south here at Porto Alegre is done. That's quite a few divisions that the Brazilians are not going to get back from me. I don't care about your attrition, attack and give me that supply hub. Let's also get the railroad ready to lock in there. We got it, now we gotta hold it. Here's this event, specializing National Heavy Guns Department. We can get artillery attack, anti-air production cost, or towed anti-tank. We obviously need the artillery. We'll head further towards foreign advisors. Supply hub is online, we're good to go here. I just need to finish off this pocket. Let's move in those Argentinian cavalry and let them hold the line here. So a lot of Brazilian divisions we're encircling and destroying here, and that should help the fight upstairs. And here we are, Brazil capitulates. And we will puppet them with resource rights and war reparations and steal their navy. Chilean Brazil and Chilean Argentina. 1940, glorious communist Chile. We don't have a faction, but we are, if we would have the core of South America. Now there are two ways to go from here. And one is to involve yourself in Europe, take out the Allies, and get an easier inroad into the Americas up there, because if you're going to conquer this, you're going to run into a faction. Someone's going to intervene. Or you can stick to the plan, conquer all of South America, which should be easier and easier if you keep upgrading your army, get mountaineers to get into Peru and Bolivia, then get all the cores, and then you are also crazy strong. Two distinct strategies. Now I'll be doing the same thing with the Mapuche later on, except the startup will be more difficult and you can only get free research slots. So this is Chile on medium difficulty mode, I guess. Mapuche will be the hard one. Since the Mapuche conflict from here on will be pretty much the same, I'm going to leave it off here. This is the introductory guide into Chile. So coming up in the future, Mapuche, Chile. If you like this video, please press the like button or leave a comment or even subscribe. It all helps me to grow this channel. Thanks a lot and see you next time. Bye bye.